Hello, this is the Project Healing Hearts team, and today we will be talking about first aid. To be exact, basic life support. Most people have a general concept of first aid and why it is essential. But in this video, we will be diving deeper into what first aid exactly is and about its importance. We will also analyze different perspectives regarding first aid and show you how you yourself can become first aid certified.
Medical news today defines first aid as an emergency measure, consisting of simple, yet often life-saving techniques that most people can train to perform even without special tools or prior medical training. First aid can come in many forms. First aid can be as simple as cleaning minor cuts or scrapes, but it can also be as serious as performing CPR or the Heimlich. This project focuses on the latter, known as basic life support. This is a type of first aid that is defined by Red Cross as the care provided by first aid responders, healthcare professionals, and even public safety personnel to individuals experiencing cardiac arrest, breathing difficulties, or even airway obstruction.
No matter the type of first aid, it's essential for three main reasons: to preserve life, prevent harm, and promote recovery.
In life-threatening situations, basic life support is there first and foremost to ensure a person's survival. Ambulances take an average of 7 minutes to arrive at the location of an incident. Meanwhile, a blocked airway or a cardiac arrest can lead to death in 5 minutes. This is primarily why we need more people who can perform first aid in any given situation.
Preventing harm means stopping a bad situation from becoming worse, while promoting recovery means setting the foundation for healing. First aid allows us to protect individuals from further injury while waiting for emergency responders and speed up healing. These small actions have big impact. But what do people really think about first aid?
To discover the overall knowledge and sentiment towards first aid in our school, Singapore School Cebu, we conducted a survey on 80 Secondary 1 to Pre-University 2 pupils. From our results, we discovered that only 75 out of the 80 respondents believed that knowing how to perform basic life support can make a significant difference on saving lives, while the remaining 5 were simply unsure. But despite knowing the great importance of basic life support, only 18% had undergone training for first aid. When we asked the respondents what they believed to be the largest barrier to receiving first aid training, 45% said that it was due to a lack of interest, and 38% said that it was due to a lack of accessible training programs.
However, this survey only represents a small portion of society within our own school. To find out more, we reached out and interviewed Mr. Anthony Baas, an EMT and regional head at Red Cross Chapter Cebu, in order to gain a national perspective.
Preventing people from learning basic first aid steps.
Well, first of all, time. Not people realize how important first aid is until they have a first-hand experience. Next is money, because courses in Red Cross, there's a certain amount that we have to ask from the participants, because we use that as help for our relief operations, at the same time operational costs.
So, in your experience, what populations or regions tend to have the greatest need for first aid education?
Well, basically, for age group, from your school-age children to your high schoolers, because they're usually the ones that get hurt. Might as well, they have their classmates that know how to do first aid. And of course, those who have no access or far away from health facilities. So while traveling to the health facility, it would be great that they've already done something initially to address life threats.
However, access to first aid training isn't the same everywhere. Around the world, it is shaped by things like how easy it is to find, what certifications are needed, and how much people know about its importance. Take, for example, rural communities. They often face big challenges in getting first aid training because of geographic isolation and limited transportation options. These make it nearly impossible for people in these areas to access the resources that they need.
This issue is especially clear in a country like India. Despite its massive population, first aid training programs are hard to come by, particularly outside of cities. According to a 2019 report by the Indian Red Cross Society, less than 1% of India's population is trained in basic first aid. But it's not all bad news. Some countries are leading the way in making first aid more accessible. In Denmark, for instance, CPR training is a must if you want to get your driver's license. Thanks to this policy, over 80% of cardiac arrest cases now get help from bystanders before emergency services even arrive.
Despite its importance, awareness of first aid remains low, as a research and interview have concluded. By making first aid education accessible, we can empower more people to act in emergencies.
So we are encouraging you to take the first step today to become certified in first aid basic life support. There are various options like from Red Cross programs, local health departments, and non-profit organizations that offer these first aid trainings. You can even become certified online nowadays. So learn the basics, get certified, and join the movement to create safer and stronger communities. Sincerely, Project Healing Hearts.